Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. How you guys doing today? I hope you're all doing wonderfully well. A very big thank you to my ever loving subscribers. Thank you guys so much for always stopping by. I appreciate you guys every day, like a whole lot. Thank you so much. And if you're new to this channel, I want to say thank you for stopping by, and also please do me one favor, hit the subscribe button. Remember also to on the notification bells. This will help you get notified every single time my video drops on this channel. Thank you guys. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make this shirt for a child. Yes, this is a child of about 4 years old. So the length of the shirt for this child is actually 19 inches. Okay, so what I have here is 20. So I've just add extra 1 inch for the hemming allowance. Okay, yeah, for the lower part, just for the lower part. Okay, yeah, so and if you can see here, I have this space. This is 2.5 inches. This one is for the buttonhole allowance. So the first thing I'm going to do is to mark out the vertical line. So from here I'm going to mark out 6.5 inches. So this one represents the chest line. Okay, then the next one is going to be the waistline. I'll do it at 11.5. okay, so I'll just go ahead and get the straight line. So you can see, so this is the chest line and this is the waist. Okay, yeah, so this button allowance, so let's just do one thing. Let's fold it in for the moment so that we don't get confused somehow. So let's just fold it in for the moment. Yeah, so I'll just go ahead now and impute the shoulder measurement. So first of all, we'll take the shoulder slope. So I would like you just put in the 8 by 3 inches mark here, the 8 and the 3, and at this 8 inches we usually come down by 1 inch. Okay, so I'm connecting it now, and here we have our shoulder slope. Okay, so I'm going to impute the shoulder. The shoulder is 11 divided by 2, that's 5.5 plus 0.5 inches, making it 6. So I'll just mark 6 inches here. So I will extend the 6 inches to this chest line. So I have 6 inches, and here we have it. Okay, so I'll come here now. From this slope to this point, I have 6 inches. If I get the midpoint at 3, and we'll come inwards by half of an inch, then I'll connect it so that I can get the armhole. You can see what I'm doing, and here we have it. Okay, yeah. So at this point I would like to impute the measurement. So this chest line, we're going to fix in the chest measurement. Okay, for the guys we usually say is the chest. Okay, actually it's for a male child actually. So here I will impute the chest measurement, which is 24 divided by 4, that's 6. I have 6 here, so I'm going to add the extra 2.5 inches of the allowance. This is inclusive of both the sewing and the ease. Okay, you don't have to make it fitted for a child. I mean, you require that space. Okay, yeah. So for the waist, it's actually, I'll just mark the same measurement, then take away half of an inch. That's 6 plus 2.5. Okay, yeah, so I'm just coming inwards by half of an inch. And here for the hip, it's 26 divided by 2, that's 6.5. So I'm just adding the same 2 inches of allowance. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and connect the points. So the neckline I'm going to use, I'll use 2.5 for the neck width. Then for the neck depth for the front, I'll use 2 inches. 2.5 for the neck width and 2 inches for the neck depth. And so we have it. So I'll just go ahead and cut this out. So you can see we're done here. So I'm going to move over to the back piece. But before I do that, so because I want the shoulder to move to the front, so I'm going to be making the back shoulder to be higher, okay? But I'll have to take away 1 inch from this front shoulder, okay? So what I'll do here is to come here and mark out 1 inch. This is the front shoulder. I mark out 1 inch, okay? So I'm going to draw a line. I hope you understand. I'm taking away 1 inch from this shoulder. This 1 inch I'm taking away, I will be replacing it back on the back shoulder line when we cut it. So I'll go ahead and cut this out now. And that's it, guys. We're done here. If you open it up, so I'll go ahead and open this, slit this part open, which is the button space. At this buttonhole, I like to give it a notch, both on the upside and the lower side. And so we're done with the front piece, so we'll just move over to the back piece. So for the back piece, you can see this. For this one, of course, you see that it's on fold, and you see this 2 inches line here. Okay, so this is where we are going towards extend the back shoulder, just like I told you. So from here is actually, from here is going to be our starting point. Okay, so I'd just like to fold in this place as well. Then we'll take just exactly what we did for the front piece. Take the chest line, we took it at what? 6.5. The waistline was at 11.5, right? So this place, we remember the neck width that we used was 2.5, right? So we'll fix in 2.5 here. Then for this, the back depth, I'm going to be using 0.5. Remember, 2.5 in width, then 2 in depth for the front, 2.5 width, 0.5 depth for the back. Just curve it. And that's it, guys. So at this point, I'll open this up. Okay. So here you can see this is our shoulder. So I'm going to, at this point now, I'm going to extend that 1 inches we cut out from the front piece. I'm going to replacing it here, but this time around not just 1 inches, I'm going to make it 2 inches, because if you remember, we didn't add the shoulder joining when we cut out this measurement. So I'm going to add my shoulder joining on this part. The only measurement we added on the lower part was just the hemming allowance. Okay, so instead of that 1 inches extra, I'll make it 2 inches. So mind you, the extension is coming through this slopey line. Okay, so 2 inches on this slopey line. Okay, take note of that. So I'll go ahead and extend that. So I'll go ahead and cut this out this way. And that's it. So here, guys, we're done. And so here we have it, the back piece, and here the front piece. Okay, so what is left now is just to join this entire piece together. So the first thing I'm going to do is to what? Make a fold. So we'll start with this one where we have the markings actually. Okay, so remember, on this buttonhole line, we actually ruled a straight line here. Okay, so work with this one first. So I'm just going to make a fold, say about 1/2 inch this way. Then I fold it towards this line. Okay, I'm stopping there. So I'm creating the first buttonhole space. Then move over to the next one. The same thing. I will fold this time around. I'm not just folding the way I folded for the other one. See that same line, although we didn't indicate it here, but you can see there's a notch line here. So this time around, let me just smooth it out so you can see it very well. So this one, we're going to be folding on this line, okay? I'll take it again. The first one will fold half, then fold towards the line, okay? The fold ends on that line, while this one, the fold will be on that line, okay? Yeah, so don't get confused. So after folding it on that line, of course, you also would fold it in again, like so. Okay, so your fold space is actually on that line, while the other one is towards the line. I just please don't get confused. Yeah, there's nothing difficult at all. You can just look at it over again. I'm sure you understand it. There's nothing difficult at all. So that's it. So once I have it folded, I'll just go ahead and make a stitch, and the same thing I'll do for this other one, make a stitch. So this is going to create my buttonhole space. So after the buttonhole space, I'll just also go ahead and sew the shoulder. I'll just place it right side facing each other, then I'll match up the shoulder. I'll just finish this up quickly and I'll show you how it looks, okay? Yeah. So as you can see, I'm done sewing up the shoulder and also created the button space on both sides, okay? So if you arrange this to the front, you see how it looks. We're arranging it in such a way that the lower parts are matching up. You can see this way. Both the lower part and the side, just arrange it such a way they match up. Then you have it in place. You can see the overlapping effect. You can see it already. And also if you look at the shoulder, you can see how the back shoulder is protruding to the front. So this is how it's meant to be. So the next thing I'll do now is to go join the sides and hem the lower parts. And here guys, I'm done joining the sides and I've also hemmed the lower parts. So the next thing I'm going to do now is of course to fix the collar. So what I'll do is I'll bring these two button points, I'll bring them together. So I'm trying to get the center of the neckline. Okay, folding it this way, I'll give this a notch, just a tiny notch at the center. Okay, then after that I will go ahead and take the round neck measurement to know what I have. So I'll start from one point of the buttonhole to the other. I have 17, so I'm going to work with that. So setting this aside, I have this piece of fabric I'll be using for the collar, both the collar stand and the collar itself. So you can see this is the plain fabric. I just added a very light interfacing on it. So getting started, this side is the unfold part. That is where we are going to be taking our measurement. So remember the round neckline, what we got was 17. 17, if you divide it by 2, what we'll have is 8.5. So I'll go ahead and mark 8.5 here. So I'll take note of 8.5. So I'm also going to add half of an inch extra for the hemming allowance. So I'll go ahead and get a line so you can see this. So at this line here, I'm going to move up by half of an inch. Moving up by half of an inch, you can see it here. Then from this point to this point, I'd like to know what I have. So this is 9. I'll get the midpoint of the 9, that is 4.5. Okay, so at this midpoint, I'll be connecting it to these half inches that we just marked out here. So this is supposed to be like in a curve form actually. Let me use my curve ruler. So you can see this. Okay, so now I'm going to create the width of the collar stand. So ordinarily I want like 1 inch. Okay, but because I'm cutting directly on my fabric, I'm going to put the allowances I will use to join it on both ends. So I would like to put 1 inch, that's half inch on both ends would have been okay, but I'll just manage half inch because I'm trying to manage this fabric. So instead of cutting 1 inch, I'll cut 1.5. Okay, so I'll go ahead and mark 1.5. So mind you, this 1.5 is coming from the end. When I come to this cuff part, I will also measure the 1.5 from this cuff point so that I can maintain that shape. So I'll just go ahead and connect the points also. Okay, so I'll extend this line so you can see it. So what I'll do now is to also give here a little bit of curve. And that's it. We have created our collar stand. So I'll just go ahead and cut it out. So you can see the collar stand is ready. Okay, so I'll set this aside so we can cut out the main collar. In doing this, I would like to have a straight line as my starting point. So remember, we are working with 17 also for the round neck. 17 divided by 2 said was 8.5. I'll also add half of an inch, making 9. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and extend it upward so that I can get a straight line. You can see this. So the width of the collar, I'll just use exactly everything I have here actually. So what I have here is 3. Okay, yeah, so I'll just work with it. By the time I sew half of an inch on both ends, I'll be left with 2 inches for the main collar. Okay, yeah. So what I will do now is to come here at this line. I'll be moving inwards by 1 inch. So this is to give it that slant at the we usually have at the collar. So this 1 inch I came in, I'm connecting it to this end point. So you can see this. Then I'll come to this part. I will go up by half of an inch. I'll also want to connect it all the way here from this point, and that's it. So I'll just mark my straight line upward. So the next thing is to cut this out. And here it is, guys, we're done. I'd like to notch this end. And guys, the collar is ready. You can see how this looks. Okay, so one represents the main piece and the other will be using to turn it all over. I have a video on exactly this kind of collar. I'm linking it up in the description box. You can go ahead and watch it to get more details. So after that, of course, the next thing will be what? To fix the sleeve. So I have another video as well where I actually created, it's a very elaborate video, very detailed. It's a DIY actually. So you can, I'll link it up in the description box, how to make a long sleeve with cuff, and also how I created placket on the cuff is super easy. Yeah, so that is just it. Just follow that process, you'll be able to make a sleeve for this shirt as well. So that is it, guys, on how to make this beautiful shirt for a child. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me today. If you find this helpful, please go ahead, like, share, and also if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please don't forget to do that as well. Thank you so much to all my subscribers. Again, appreciate you guys always. Thank you very much. See you on the next video. Bye for now.